second live today. This one will be in English. Ce go live va être en anglais. So this go live will be about personal development, and I will wait my partner Costa. Costa will be here in a few minutes. So by this time, tell me if you dare, comment below, tell me where you're from. It's always awesome to see you up. Perfect. And this go live will be episode 6 of Tremblay and Mckay. Tremblay and Mckay, and that will be about personal development. I am now in Canada, so it's different than when I am in Thailand. And yes, we will talk about the personal development. Why it could be important for everybody to do personal development. That's something interesting because some people ask me all the time, and probably Costa as well, like why doing personal development, why we should do that, why it's important. And when you start to do personal development, you realize some things that can really help you for your life, not only about the business side, but really about the personal side. That's why we call it personal development. But it's something that you can do it on the personal side, and then you can apply it on the business side as well. So seems like Costa have a little bit of problems to join. I will re-invite him. Oh, that's good. He is here, my partner.
Hey.
How's it going, Costa?
It's going pretty good, man. Going pretty good.
Your weekend?
My weekend is excellent. Today was really good. It's been, as you can see, I have a bit of a sunburn. I was out at the beach all day today. I put on 30 sunscreen. I don't think it's enough. I need the 50. But I spent the day on the beach. I was biking up and down the river and just like got tons of exercise, which is, really good for the soul, really good for the psyche. It's definitely something. I think we're talking about personal development today. So that's right off the bat. That's one way to really keep your mind centered. Exercise is one really good way to get rid of stress. I spent the whole day in the sun, went to the beach, came back downtown Ottawa. There's this awesome art exhibit happening. It's called La Machine. It's got these giant mechanical spiders and dragons and stuff, and it's really something to watch. And I went and had had some pho, some Vietnamese noodle soup, and it was just a beautiful day and stress relief. I felt like I was in the Caribbean for some reason. It was quite a good day, stressless day. So
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah, the giant spider.
And the Vietnamese soup.
Yeah, the Vietnamese soup too. That was really good. It wasn't usually pho has like meat in it, but I don't eat too much meat, so I had the tofu stuff, the veggie broth, and it was excellent meal. Ottawa has lots to offer in terms of food and all sorts of stuff. So,
Hey,
do all that.
How's it going?
Simone, bonjour. Did you post this in the group at all for everyone to join?
Oh, I didn't. I let you doing it. I was introducing our go live of today. We will talk about personal development, why we should do personal development, why it can be important, what side and what the personal development can affect in your life, not only on the personal side but also on the business side. And so where you can do personal development with what is the tools that you can use to do personal development, that all this stuff can be really important to see, to make you realize something, that we are more than we think. Personal development creates something in our mindset that make us realize that yes, we are more than we think. And when you realize that, that you're more powerful, you can do much more things. You can do your limits go down, and you are able to do a lot more. You can realize some goals, some dreams that you maybe had before, but you didn't think that it was possible. But just by doing personal development, you can realize things that you thought that it was impossible to do before.
Absolutely.
So,
One of the big things is first off realizing that.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You were speaking. I was saying one of the main things. Well, we have a lag going, don't we?
So you hear me like a little bit with some lag, so that's why. I was just saying that we have some people connected. Like I see Olivia, Simon, Stephanie, Eric, Jirawan, Sawadee Krap. Yeah, we have people from Thailand, from French-speaking people. Probably if you share it on your profile as well, you will have English-speaking people as well, and mine too. But yeah,
I just shared it. So personal development. I was beginning with this whole thing. I was beginning to say that you know what? First of all, before we get into this, I'm having trouble sharing it to our group page, and so maybe you have better capability of doing that since you started the Go Live. I'm not sure. You might want to check your stuff here because when I swipe, I know if you swipe that you see different things because it's your actual Go Live. But I don't know. Try it. I want everyone. Here's a good example of personal development. Matthew and I, we hold for our teams. We do online marketing, and what we like to do is on top of teaching our teams how to utilize social media and utilize paid advertisements on the internet. What we like to do as well is we like to nurture our downlines. We like to teach people all sorts of things, and every Sunday night we have a webinar that we do. We also do personal one-on-one coaching with people, and a lot of times it turns to personal development because with whatever you're trying to achieve in life, there is a mindset. In order to achieve these goals, there's definitely a mindset that has to take place, and many people in today's society don't have the tools for this mindset, and it's not their fault really. No one is really taught this in school. You're only taught the basic classes that you do, and the mindset issue kind of sets in a little bit after high school. If you're lucky, you have a good teacher before that helps you out, or a good parent that helps you out in that area. But for the most part, most people do not have these good influences in their life, so they end up going through life with very scattered minds, very scattered thoughts, very scattered emotions, and end up hitting a lot of walls and not completing anything. And the reason is because a lot of people haven't developed a mindset to persevere through adversity in their lives. And in order to persevere through adversity and not quit, right? The only way you lose, and you hear it, the only way you lose or don't accomplish something is if you quit. Because I'll guarantee you, if you stick to something until that goal is accomplished, you will reach that goal. There's no doubt that you will reach that goal. It's only when you quit that you fail, and that's it. You have to realize that your mind. One of the first things that I did in this genre, in this area, was to realize that my mind was a garden. We have the capability to think and imagine amazing things. Like when you're a child, you run around and you're thinking all these beautiful imagination, and then at one point somebody in your life tells you that reality is going to set in, and you're going to see. And as soon as these people hit some adversity in their lives, they realize, well, shucks. I almost said something else, but you realize that they think that, this is what everyone's talking about. This is the reality of everything. So they give up on their dreams. They give up on their goals. This happens with a lot of people. Not everybody. Some people have better influences in their life, but this is what tends to happen with a lot of people, most people, I would say. And then you conform to what everyone says you should be doing. Just get a good job, make sure you make a good living, and make sure you're paying your bills and everything like that. But you know, you can persevere into a different mindset. And you have to realize that your mind is a garden. Your mind is a beautiful garden. And
Yeah.
like a garden, you have to monitor it. A garden just doesn't grow. It has to be manicured. It has to be tended after, right? Your mind is the same thing. It's a garden. And if you let the weeds grow in there, guess what? The weeds take over and start destroying the other beautiful plants. Your mind is very much the same thing. So, you know, you have to constantly weed that garden in your mind. You have to take those weeds out of there. You have to keep the beautiful thoughts blooming, right? And this is key. And this is when we talk about taking the negative influences out of your life, right? We had a go live a few episodes back talking about negative influences and weeding them out. You know, metaphorically weeding those negative influences out of your life. You are the product of your environment. You are the product of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. You know, if you hang around with 5 millionaires, guess who the 6th millionaire is going to be? You know, surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with the people who are going to teach you what you want to learn. Mentorship. Weed the garden of your mind. First and foremost, I would say that.
You have to bring the good water to your way. So
not to the weeds. We don't want to water the weeds.
No.
we want to water the flowers. We want to water the trees and the beautiful things in our mind.
Exactly. That's why it's truly important to bring the water and the personal development, the books that you can read, the mentor that you can reach to or listen to. It can be something really important for your life. When you do personal development, it's like putting the good water in your mind, you know. So you able to hey Gabby.
Hey Gabby, how's it going? Hi Tawny, how you doing? Thanks for joining everybody. Jirawan, thank you for coming in. Crystal, hello Crystal. Tyler, man, we got some good peeps on this one tonight.
That's
we got
cool.
Some awesome people out here tonight.
Thanks
you guys are all.
I remove people from my Facebook after 2 negative posts, and they are gone. Gone. Yeah, some people. Yeah, me, I don't do it. Like, I understand why you're doing it, Crystal, but I'm not doing it. Why? Because I really believe that positive energy can overcome negative energy. You know, it can be over the negative energy, and it equilibrate all the things. So by giving positive stuff, by giving positive energy on my Facebook, I try to re-equilibrate Facebook, and it can influence them. I try to not be influenced by their negativity, but with my positivity, I try to influence them. And you know
that's an excellent point. That's an excellent point. You know, in the beginning,
stronger than negative energy. So if you bring more positivity, more all the time, be careful, be aware about everything you think, everything you post, and that's will really like overcome the negativity.
Well, see, Matthew, you and I, we've been into the personal development thing for some time. Like, we're very strong with our hearts and we're very strong with our minds in that sense. But you know how they say, like on an airplane, when the masks drop, they always tell you to put your mask on first and then help the people beside you. Some people in the beginning, they may need more positive influence, and that negative influence can be the weeds that I'm talking about, right? Like, but when you're in a stronger spot and you feel that you have the power and the positive energy and the will to help other people, yeah, at that point, you know, 100%. Because I don't totally do that either now. I don't take out all the negative people either. It happens that I have a lot of awesome people in my feed. When I put my feed on, and when I look at my feed after my morning routines, I only see positivity. It's very rare I see something negative. But that's because of the people that I've surrounded myself with in virtual social media and in real life, you know. So
you just give me a good idea. Tomorrow we will talk about morning routine.
Very important part of personal development. Very, very important part of personal development.
Tomorrow, don't miss it. Morning routine, episode 7 of the Tremblay and Mckay show. Crystal say agreed. I will should rephrase that. I unfollow them. Yeah, unfollow them. It's okay because you don't see their negativity, but they could still see your positivity. So that's
the best point.
Yeah. Simon, I agree with that, man. Yes, thanks. Barb is there.
Hey, Barb.
So
nice
cool.
To see ya.
So
she's a boss, man. Barbara's awesome.
Like people, I know for sure that some people who are watching us actually, they are probably reading some books at the moment or have mentor. It can be on YouTube. It can be on any social media that you are following. What good personal development books that you can recommend to our watcher? If you comment below, comment with which books are you recommending? That can be good to know. Which books?
Absolutely.
Like if you want think that someone who never do anything on personal development, which book do you will recommend for them just to kickstart their personal development, just to maybe awake something? You know what book I start with? The first book I read, do you know which one is it?
The Magic?
No, I read The Magic like really later. The first book I read a few years ago, it was before the online marketing side, before I start to work online with
Think and Grow Rich.
And sorry?
Think and Grow Rich.
No, Think and Grow Rich. I read it. I read it when I started the online marketing, and I realized the personal development was really important for my business as well. But which one?
Think and Grow Rich.
Oh,
Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill. Which one was it?
No, it was Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist.
Oh, that's right there. There's The Alchemist right there.
Really?
That's it right there. That's hilarious, man. I got it. What book you talking about? I got it all.
It's not the same cover.
No, it's a different. That's it right there. It's Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. Yeah. That's hilarious, dude. I love it. You sure you weren't just looking behind me?
Yeah.
That's awesome that you said that.
The first book I read, it was Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist, and then after that I read Daniel. Oh yeah, good. Okay, great.
Paulo Coelho,
The Pacific Warrior, or the Warrior Pacific, or the Pacific Warrior. Really good book as well.
Pacifist Warrior, yeah, that's a great.
Warrior. Yeah, the
Peaceful Warrior. Yeah. That's a good one. Happy Pocket's a kick-ass book. Crystal says a happy pocket full of money. That's this book right here, actually. That's a crazy book right there. Yeah. By David Gikandi. Excellent book.
So I start really few years ago. I start with the Alchemist, then the Peaceful Warrior, and I watched the movie Peaceful Warrior. They did a movie as well about the book. But I prefer. Then after that, I read Conversation with God by Neil Don Walsh. I read the Land Prophecy. The
Celestian Prophecy.
No, it's about who write this book.
Not James Redman.
In French it's La Prophétie des Andes. The Endless Prophecy.
The End of Days Prophecy?
Yeah. Maybe.
Really? I don't know.
It's something about it, like you go in the South America to find.
Oh, it's the Celestian Prophecy. It's this one right here. It's this book right here, the Celestian Prophecy.
That's good.
I got them all, man. I got them all. That's James Redfield. Yeah, this is actually this book. I read it in 1994. This was my first spiritual type book that I read. I was like, that was a while ago. I think I was 18, 19 years old when I read this. Yeah. Keep them coming. I got them all, man. I got them all.
But
That's
this,
so funny. That's what I said, Celestian.
I think that, I read those kind of books like really like a few years ago. Like I started in 2004 to read these kind of books, and like it was slowly. I was reading it, but not really implementing it in my life. Like a little bit,
Of
but
course.
not, just a little bit, not enough. Now I
Implementation is so important. Very important to implement everything when you read them, because it's like what they say, that analogy, you could watch all the videos on swimming, you can watch everyone do their backstrokes perfect form, read all the books, watch all the videos. If you don't jump in the water, you're never going to learn how to swim, right? You have to implement what you read. I think when it comes to personal development, there's another very important step to personal development that I think we should talk about here too, and that is once you can get the negative influence out of your life and you start thinking in a more positive, grateful form, you start to look more inside yourself. Hey, Jason, what's up, brother? There's the man right there. He's a good guy. Jason rocks. So when you get to a more centered emotional place inside of you, always push for that, get the negativity away and start to think more positively. You start to see a purpose, a why inside. You have to have goals. You have to set goals, which is very, very important when it comes to, in life, we all have an inner purpose. We all have things that, we're kind of more drawn towards doing, whatever they are, whether it's helping animals or whatever it is. Everyone's got something inside of them. And when you can brush away some of the negative stuff and you stop thinking negatively, you start looking more inside and seeing what makes you happier. And when you can get to that point, you start to see a purpose. You start to see a why. What's your why? What's your purpose, right? There's a beacon in the distance. There's a lighthouse beacon in the distance, right? And it's important to recognize that beacon and walk towards it until you get to that beacon. So in the personal development realm, finding your why, the reason why you do things, what really burns you inside, what you burn to achieve inside. It's so important to reach that point in the personal development journey. Very, very important thing to add in here. Finding your why.
Why are you in this hurt? Why are you living? Is it just to go to work every day and come back at home and then like doing it like all your life and then try to truly live when you will be retired? Or there's something more, there's something like that you can do to live really when you wake up in the morning, like start something, start to do something. I read it and I said let's start because I read it.
Start with your why. Start with
Yeah,
why. Why are you living? Why are you alive? What's your desire deep down inside? Go back to your childhood. What did you want to be when you were a kid? Get back to that. I was saying this earlier. At one point in our lives, we get told that get to, come back to reality's gonna hit you, right? Reality's gonna hit you smack dab in the eyes. What the reality should be is that you don't give up until you reach your inner why. That should be the reality in life. Screw other people's realities. Don't let other people tell you what your reality is.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't listen to other people. You know in your heart what is right for you. Push until and reach those goals, because that is what life is about. That's where you find true happiness. That's where you find true accomplishment and fulfillment in life. When you follow your heart, you follow your why. Why is the big word right there. Thank you, Jason.
And start with why. It's a book from Simon Sinek as well. Good,
okay.
Really good. We did a TED Talk as well that you can find on YouTube.
I like it. That's the gift we were given. Our why. Everyone's got it. You just got to find it. You need to brush away all the noise and all the garbage. Center yourself. Reach inside and remember why. What drove you? What were your dreams when you were younger? Because they're still there. They're still in your head, and you can still reach them. Figure out a way to reach those dreams. It's very, very important.
Motivation book, Rhinoceros Success. Another book. I didn't read it. Did you read it? Rhinoceros.
No. Rhinoceros Success. That sounds like I like the title already.
Yeah.
I have to check that one out for sure. Thanks everyone for all the love, likes, share the video
We
too.
talked about the book already, and it looks like a really good book. Timon is there as well, and Jason said that was the gift you were given.
Yeah.
Yeah. The why.
Our why. Everyone's got it inside. You know, which brings me to the next point when it comes to personal development. Once you discover your why, you have to realize that when you're trying to reach that lighthouse, that beacon, what is your why in the distance, when you're moving towards it, you're going to come across adversity. You're going to come across all sorts of blocks. You're going to come across all sorts of people trying to tell you to come back to reality, like we were talking about. And the Japanese have a word called kaizen, all right? And it's all about overcoming obstacles. And those obstacles are learning. They're learning experiences, right? They make you stronger, right?
Yeah.
Don't let those obstacles knock you down, because I promise you, if you keep climbing over those walls to reach your why, it's why you need that why. You need that reason. And when you find that reason, nothing should hold you back. Out the negativity, weeds out of your mind, out of the garden in your mind. Get the weeds out, right? Wage war on those negative thoughts. Don't let them in. You get there, find your why. You find your why, the beacon, go towards it, and don't stop climbing over those obstacles to get there. And without those weeds, it's easy to reach. It's not very easy, sorry. It's never easy to reach them, but it's easier to climb over those obstacles
When you
and
face
strengthen yourself.
When you face obstacle, if your why is stronger enough, you will find solution. If not, you will find excuses.
Good point, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the bigger the obstacle, the stronger you are when you get over it. Every single time.
We are here to learn, you know. You learn all the stuff. Sorry, I will rephrase it. We are here to relearn, because we know it already. We just forget it. We know it already. We relearn everything. When we read those books, we know it. It's just like to relearn everything. You know, remember is 2 words. It's remember. Yeah.
To put back together. Now, I mean, the why is a very strong way to keep going towards your goals. That is the beacon. The why is the beacon. That's your goal. That's the point we're reaching for. We reach these obstacles. The next thing, there are strategies, right? You were talking about always reading books. This is a great strategy, right?
Yep.
Discipline. The discipline of routine. We're right back into the discipline of routine, okay? One of the surefire ways to overcome every single obstacle is to strengthen yourself through routine. We were talking, you said you want to talk about this tomorrow. We can make this a whole topic. Morning routines, right?
Yeah.
Morning routines. I have morning routines and I stick to them every single day. You know, you can't blah, 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 be scattered-minded every time. You wake up, you stub your toe, you get all flustered, and then your whole day starts going bad after that. Anyone have those experiences in the past? When you have your morning routines, you stick to those routines, they help center you. You make sure your routines are good, right? And this discipline, this regiment and discipline, right? This will give you the strength to overcome those obstacles. It'll prepare your day to come up against those obstacles and overcome them every time, right? So find routine, find discipline, find the things that are going to make you strong every single day and give you a positive mindset. And it's everything from the food you eat to your practices. Sorry? Go ahead.
That we'll talk about exactly the morning routine.
Yeah.
And all this, like tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
tomorrow tomorrow.
I just wanted to touch on it because we're talking about personal development, right? And it's a very important piece to the personal development puzzle. We won't get into it too much. You're right. Thanks for stopping me. But, routines and discipline, the discipline to keep going, right?
Routine, discipline, the repetition. The repetition, when you will do repetition, like more you will repeat something, more you will internalize it. So repetition is the internalization and implementation of what you learn. So what you relearn. So the implementation, we was talking about this on our mastermind tonight, but
yes.
The fact is that the speed of implementation you will like everything you read, speed of implementation that you will, yeah, faster you will implement all the things that you are reading. Yes, okay, I did, I did it. Faster you implement it, better your life will be. Better you will be. Better you will be able to face obstacles and everything.
I know what he's talking about now. Yeah, right. Be a rhino. I've heard about this book that you're talking about, Rhinoceros Success. Yeah, I've heard about it. When he said be a rhino, I was like, okay, I've heard that. I know what he's talking about now. Yeah, I still have to read that book, man. That's great. Be a rhino. Be tough-skinned. Charge ahead.
Charging head.
Definitely. So the discipline side is really important, right? It's really important to discipline yourself and to keep your goals in mind and to keep pushing ahead. And in order to form these disciplines, you have to respect your time. You must respect your time, right? Your time is important. It's the one thing, that you can't get back. You can spend money, you can make more money, but if you spend time, it's gone, right? So a lot of people are flustered with their time, and they use their time poorly. Your time is important. In the discipline game, you have to regiment and schedule your what we were talking about earlier, your routines and stuff like that, and that takes time out of your day. So be careful where you put your time. It's a very important piece of the puzzle as well. Your time is very valuable, and how you spend it and who you give it to, something to pay very close attention to.
Yeah.
Right. And that brings us back to the negative people. Don't spend thoughts and your time on negativity and negative people until you're at a place, which kind of brings me to the next point, actually. Once you're at a place and you're growing and you see your beacon coming closer, you see your goals and you reach the smaller goals along the way, you're going to come to a point where you're going to realize that, helping other people, giving value to other people, that's going to really help the cause. We are like, you get what you give in life, right? So if you're going to give out negativity and you're going to give out, judgments and point fingers at people and pull people down like crabs in a bucket, that's not very valuable. You're not going to gain much out of life, and no one's going to want to help you. Yeah. The human race is growing quickly. There's lots of problems in the world, and things, aren't going to get better unless everyone starts, appreciating and respecting each other and helping each other. So like selflessly serving people and just giving value. The quality of your life is equal to the quality of your contribution. I had a post the other day that said something along those lines. So keep that in mind. It's very, very important to, serve other people. That's one of the things that people need to do a lot more of in this world, and we'll see things turn around very, very quickly. Compassion and service.
So we get some other people. We are about a half an hour already, so we will need to hop off soon. But we have Jean-Philippe Bon, Gagnon, Dominique is there. Oh, Jeff Fortier is there.
Jeff Fortier. We got a big boss in the house. How you doing, bro? Good to see you.
So, hope you enjoyed today. Thanks for the love.
Well, wait a sec. There's one last thing that I have to add to the personal development journey. One last thing that I want to add to the personal development journey, and it's a very, very, very important factor as well. And you hear it all the time. What do they say? What's the saying? Blah, 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 blah. The history is, I can't remember it. I can't remember the saying. I'm sorry. Today is a gift. It's something along the history. Future's a mystery. The history is the past. The future's and the present is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Or now is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Living in the moment. Living in the moment is what.
The present is a gift.
The present is a gift. Yeah. So live in the present. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot the saying. It's in like Kung Fu Panda or something like that. But living in the present is very, very important. That's one of the most important aspects to, yeah, thanks. I know I'm funny. Living in the present is a very important aspect to it all. That is the diamond path. The golden path is living in the now. You know, when you think in the past, it conjures up regrets. It conjures up all sorts of negative connotations. Thinking too much into the future gets you out of what you're doing now, because the future is now. What you do now takes care of the future. So always be in the present as much as you can. Don't dwell on the past. Don't dwell on regrets. Everything that's happened, every mistake is just a learning experience. Do not dwell on them. Live in the present and watch your life bloom. Okay, pay attention. When I say live in the present, I mean every moment, like right now. You know, enjoy every moment of your life as much as you can in the present, and watch everything flourish around you. Be grateful for the beautiful things around you, and recognize everything that's around you. We appreciate you too, Kiki. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I was talking about this during my French Go Live today, about like, yes, set goals for the future, but act now to go to these goals. You have to act now. Don't be stressed about the future, and just learn about the past. The past is behind you, so it's you cannot change it. It's done already, so you can just learn from it. Then the future, you have to visualize and set goals for the future, but don't be stressed. Be sure, be confident that you will go through it. So you have it already. Just before you
Crystal,
ask, you have it. Okay, so before you ask, you already have it.
that's
If you
it. I
can,
was just going to say it. He just said it. Simon just said it. I just remembered the quote, and Simon just said it. Yesterday's history, tomorrow a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. I was just about to say it, but he threw it out there before. Crystal helped me remind me of it. But that's it. That's the one. Today is a present, so live in the present.
yeah, that the past is behind you, so you just the only thing you can do is to learn from it. Then the future, you have to set goals, but before you ask, it's all you already have it. If you can imagine it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. So be sure that you have it already. Then this is for the future, but the only thing you can live, the only thing you can control, it's your present. So just be sure to make it important. Thanks, Google.
I know. I should have Googled it. Should have Googled it before I said it.
And Crystal said something also.
Along the
Crystal,
same lines, yeah. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not promised. Today is a gift. That's why it's call it the present.
or something like that. Yeah. Good, good.
I'm
So
done.
yeah, we are over 30 minutes, but that's why we call it freedom. That's why our show is also about freedom. It's because we are free. That's why we don't have a schedule all day. I was on. Yeah, I want to thanks every one of you guys, every people that send me a message. People knows that I lost my godmother last week. So thanks a lot for all the messages I received. I said it also in French during my go live in French, but like I really want to thanks everyone, because it's really go to my heart. Like, and it's much love. I'm really, really, really lucky to have you in my life, all of you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It's really important to say that to you. And because of the personal development that I'm doing since like all these times, I think that I go through this loss. I will not say easier, but yeah, easier or differently than the other one before. The way that I see it now, it's really different. And I think that the message I read at the church, it was like was pretty good, and people really accepted, and the feedback that I got after it was pretty awesome. Was easier to write it than to read it, but it was good also. So thanks a lot. Thanks everybody. Thanks, Costa. We are at the end of this one.
We didn't do our fist bump.
Tomorrow morning routine. Don't miss it. Be there. Notify. Open the like. Get the notification on. So when we are live, you can be there. You can be notified that we will be live. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for sharing.
We love you guys. Share, like, comment. We will answer you. We love you all. Thank you so much for showing up.
Yeah.
We'd be talking to the air if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you very much.
And
we
if you
appreciate
think
it.
kind of Go Live can help your friends, can help people around you, can bring positivity for people around you, just share it on your on your profile. That will be just awesome for them. What time in the AM? No, the morning routine. We will talk about the morning routine, but not. Oh, we'll talk
It'll
about
probably be in the PM. Around the same time.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. It's crazy. I said have a good night. Usually it's the morning for me when I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, you're in Montreal now.
Thanks, everyone.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye.